Hi, in this section of the DVD, I'm going to be painting Michael into a werewolf. And even though it seems like a werewolf would have a lot more makeup than any of your other monsters, it's actually quite simple. And I'm going to show you how to do it by just using cream paint. And I'm going to put a little bit of hair on here, but less is more. So I'm going to start here with his nose. And it'll kind of start to take shape just from this. What I'm going to do is take this eyeliner pencil and I'm going to put a stencil around his face where I'm going to put the hair. And I want to start right here in the center of his forehead. I'm going to make a dot, and from that this will be where the hair is going to be coming from. There's so many different places to put hair. Some people choose to bring the peak all the way down to here and cover up the eyebrows completely. Some people choose to just slick their hair back and just make really thick eyebrows. Some people like to have a little bit of a mustache here. Now that we have that on, we know exactly where we're going to start painting the hair on. What I'm going to do is I want to stipple a little bit of black so it looks darker underneath here. Turn your head a little bit this way. If you drag it back a little bit like this, you get these like brush marks. And that's what we want. That is key for what we're doing right now. Now, I'm going to stipple a little bit of brown over that and do basically the same thing. Now I'm just going to make a couple wrinkles on his face. If you would give me a little bit of a snarl like that, perfect. Thank you. Right now, I'm just highlighting certain areas that need to be just a little bit darker, kind of more wrinklier. I'm going to actually paint some eyebrows on here with my cream paint. Just a little bit of black. Just so I can get more of a point. We can make them a lot bushier too. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of brown here from my makeup wheel and just fill in these little gaps right here with little tiny brush strokes. I'm going to turn your head a little bit more. Thank you. So I'm going to come in and do a couple wrinkles right above the nose. This is the part where I'm going to show you how to apply some werewolf hair using liquid latex and any sort of sponge or brush you choose. It honestly doesn't matter. You don't need very much to do what I'm about to do. Now would you turn your head this way a little bit? Thank you. I'm just going to put just a little bit of latex on here. See this? And what I have here, this is just some store-bought werewolf hair. This particular type I'm not too fond of, but there are all sorts of different kinds available. Some of it comes in wound up really tight, like almost braided packaging, and I wouldn't recommend using that type because it's really hard to get out of that unwound position, and it'll turn out curly and stuff like that. And I mean, there's different colors. You can use any sort of hair. If you have like an old gorilla mask and you want to cut the hair off of that and glue it to your face, that works. It's not the hair that's really important here. It's the latex. Usually the latex will come off still attached to the hair, but if you're old enough to shave, I would definitely recommend shaving your face and then putting some sort of lotion on it before you do this. Otherwise, you're going to be pulling bits of latex and plastic hair out of your facial hair for a while. Would you turn your face that way? It's really important that you don't make all of these streaks come out at the same length. Like, you really don't want it to look like the fine teeth of a comb. You'd rather want it to look like a box of French fries. Like as many different lengths as you can, all keeping it relatively close to each other, but we don't want it to look perfect. Now that we're nearly done with his face, there's a couple other things that you can do that'll really make werewolves pop out. And another thing we know is that werewolves always have really big claws. So, Michael, if I could get you to rest your hand right here. Now, to save some time, I've already applied some of these nails, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And what I've done is taken regular acrylic press-ons. You can get them at a beauty store or a drugstore or department store. They're available all year round. They're very inexpensive, and you can get a pack of 100 for like less than $5. So you cut them to sharp points like this. Just trim it with regular house scissors, nothing special. And get black nail polish, which again is readily available anywhere and is inexpensive. In addition to this, you can also put latex right here on the palm of the hand and put a little bit of hair like we did on his face to add a little bit, and then if you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, nobody know the difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this eyeliner pencil and just really lightly shade around his eyes. I don't want it super dark, but I do want there to be a little bit of color underneath here. And we can add some more wrinkles while we're at it. Before we get to the teeth, we're going to stipple some blood on them because werewolves are messy eaters. So we're just going to give them a little bit of blood around the mouth. And now, the final piece. Would you open your mouth? Get that in there. And that is